While there are no women among the top 10 richest persons in the world, there is no doubt that many women have amassed large fortunes that can sustain families for generations from all over the world. However, it's all in the family for the world's 10 wealthiest women. Each inherited or divorced their way into riches, but they have worked hard to either run and build the family business or concentrate on philanthropy. 6 of them live in the United States, while the other 4 are spread over 3 continents. Is your favorite power woman on the list? Keep watching to find out. Over the last several years, the globe has seen an increase in the number of mega-rich female entrepreneurs. And according to Forbes, there are now 241 new female faces on the world billionaire list, including names like singer-turned-beauty entrepreneur Rihanna. The super rich women on this list are among the 100 wealthiest people in the world list for 2022, operating in various industries like autos, fashion and cosmetics, and even mining. Number 10. Abigail Johnson, $21.2 billion. In 2024, Abigail Johnson took over as CEO and chairperson of Fidelity Investments from her deceased father, and since then, she has become one of the world's wealthiest people. In 1946, her grandfather founded a bank in Boston. Abigail had a busy academic schedule. She earned an MBA from Harvard, worked there over the summers, and was recruited as an analyst in 1988. She has a 24.5% stake in Fidelity, which oversees $4.2 trillion in assets according to Forbes. Johnson, who is the CEO of Fidelity, has chosen an unusual approach, launching new products targeted at millennials and endorsing cryptocurrency and socially responsible investing. She is married to Christopher McCown, a businessman in the healthcare sector. Number 9. Iris Fontbona, $22.8 billion. Chilean national Iris Fontbona and her sons inherited their wealth from their father, Andronico Luxlist, who died from cancer in 2005, as well as from her spouse. The family's fortune is supported by the mining, banking, and beverage industries. Antofagasta plc, an Anglo-Chilean copper mining company, is listed on the London Stock Exchange and is managed by Fontbona and her 2 surviving sons. A third died of lung cancer more than 10 years ago. The corporation has a significant position in the sector and operates copper mines in their own nation. According to Forbes, the brother of Jean-Paul Luxlist, Andronico Luxlist, is the CEO of Cuenco, a conglomerate that owns a brewery, manufacturing company, and a banking company. Antofagasta's current chairman is Jean-Paul Luxlist, while Andronico Luxlist is the team's leader at Cuenco. Number 8. Susanne Klatten, $24.3 billion. Susanne Klatten leveraged her skills as an economist to help her grandpa in growing Altana AG into a leading pharmaceutical and specialty firm. According to Forbes, she is now the sole owner of the German corporation, which has yearly revenues of over $2.5 billion. She also has another firm in her portfolio, BMW. The 60-year-old German-born entrepreneur and mother of 3 presently control more than 19% of BMW, the world's largest manufacturer of luxury vehicles, as well as the Mini Cooper and Rolls-Royce brands. On the other hand, Susanne is merely the firm's second-largest stakeholder, behind only her brother, Stefan Quandt, who controls more than 23% of the company. Susanne's commercial success is independent of the family's primary business. Her attention has mostly been on Altana AG, a pharmaceutical firm that her grandfather started and which she has helped to become a global leader. She continues to serve as the chairman and the only shareholder of Altana AG, which purportedly generates sales of $2.5 million annually. Their late father, businessman Herbert Quandt, guided BMW to prominence in the car sector. Number 7. Miriam Adelson, $27.5 billion. With casinos in Macau and Singapore, Miriam Adelson owns more than half of the Las Vegas Sands Casino Group. Sheldon Adelson, who was her husband and the company's CEO and chairman until his passing in January of 2021 at the age of 87, left her with that interest. Early in 2022, Las Vegas Sands sold its Nevada holdings for $6.25 billion, while keeping its overseas properties, according to Forbes. Adelson currently resides in Las Vegas, but she was born and raised in Israel, where she also practiced medicine with a focus on addiction. The pair established the Dr. Miriam and Sheldon G. Adelson Research Clinic located in Las Vegas, which offers therapy for those who struggle with opioid usage. They are well-known philanthropists. Number 6. Gina Rinehart, $30.2 billion. Gina Rinehart, an Australian, took over the financially troubled Hancock Prospecting Corporation from her deceased father. In 1992, she was named the organization's executive chairperson, and today she is in charge of a profitable business whose greatest asset is the Roy Hill mining project. According to Forbes, Rinehart is Australia's second largest cattle producer. According to The Guardian, Rinehart is Australia's richest person and biggest landowner. Number 5. Jacqueline Mars, $31.7 billion. The creator of the Mars candy firm, Frank Mars, is the great-grandfather of Jacqueline Mars. Along with her sibling John, as well as the 4 daughters of her late brother Forrest Jr., Jacqueline holds an estimated 1/3 of the corporation. Jacqueline spent 20 years working with Mars and served on the board of directors from 2004 to 2016. The Mars Foundation, the candy manufacturer's charitable arm, has received a lot of her attention. In Virginia, she runs a horse farm. Number 4. MacKenzie Scott, $43.6 billion. After 25 years of marriage to Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, MacKenzie Scott received tens of billions of dollars as part of the divorce settlement from the pair in 2019. Soon after, she made the infamous Giving Pledge, a group of philanthropists pledging to support philanthropic causes, promising to donate the vast bulk of her income. She donated more than $8.5 billion to several charity organizations in 2020 and 2021. In August, she gave the California Community Foundation 2 single-family homes in Beverly Hills, California. The assets are worth $55 million. The foundation plans to sell them, with 90% of the earnings going towards grants for cheap housing and the other 10% going into its program for integrating newcomers. Number 3. Julia Koch, $60 billion. Following the passing of billionaire entrepreneur David Koch in 2019, Julia Koch and her 3 children received a 42% ownership share in Koch Industries. The private business operates across several sectors. Julia's parents eventually opened a women's clothing store in the Arkansas town of Conway after she was born in Iowa. In the 1980s, she relocated to New York to model, and later worked as the designer Adolfo's assistant, clothing people like Nancy Reagan. She is the president of the David H. Koch Foundation, which contributes $10 million to allergy and asthma research at the Lucille Packard Children's Hospital, Stanford, and promotes the arts, education, and medical research. Number 2. Alice Walton, $65.3 billion. Alice Walton, the sole child of Walmart's founder Sam Walton, chose not to enter the family company like her brothers Rob and Jim Walton did. After working as an analyst and trader in her early career, Alice Walton launched her own investment bank, Llama Company. In the late 1990s, it was shut down. She also followed her love of the arts by building the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art in Bentonville, Arkansas. In 2006, she created Camp War Eagle, a sliding-scale Christian summer camp. Alice announced the opening of her Whole Health Institute in Bentonville 3 years ago, with the intention of transforming the way the country views healthcare to emphasize wellness-based goals rather than illness. Number 1. Francoise Bettencourt Meyers, $74.8 billion. Francoise Bettencourt Meyers of France is the world's richest woman, ranking 14th on Forbes' list of billionaires. For the record, she has been the richest woman since last year, making this year the second consecutively. Since 1997, she has been on the board of directors of L'Oreal, the cosmetics conglomerate created by her grandfather, Eugene Schuller, a young scientist who began selling his hair color to Parisian hairdressers in 1909. According to Forbes, Bettencourt Meyers and her family own around 33% of L'Oreal shares, and she also serves as chairperson of the family holding company. She is the creator and president of the Foundation Bettencourt Schuller, which promotes life sciences, the arts, and an inclusive society. The world's 3 richest women are L'Oreal heiress Francoise Bettencourt Meyers, Walmart heiress Alice Walton, and Julia Koch, who inherited a share in Koch Industries after her husband David Koch died in 2019. Renata Kelnarova of Czechia and her 4 children received an estimated $16.6 billion after her husband, Petr Kellner, perished in a helicopter crash in March 2021, making her the year's richest new woman billionaire. Among the 101 women on this year's World's Billionaires list are roofing supplies businesswoman Diane Hendricks, Gap co-founder Doris Fisher, and British online gambling entrepreneur Denise Coates, all of whom formed or co-founded a firm or established their own money rather than inheriting it.